I believe that you are existing because you are where you're supposed to be. Excuse me. I believe that you are the key holders to the doors that will set you free, and music of your soul, the song of your soul, is something everybody should start tapping into. If you don't think you can sing, shut your mouth. I know that there's people who can't sing, but it's not because you're incapable of singing. It's because you've never been taught how to. Something I want everybody to think about right here, right now. If you have a voice that is a normal voice, then you can sing. If you have a voice that may be a little higher, you can still sing in certain ways. It doesn't matter. You can train your voice, you can open your throat, you can change who you are. The physical body is such a miracle machine that we literally have created devices and other things that work the same way. It's like a computer is basically parts of a brain, and automobile is almost identical to a body, and that's why they call it the body of the vehicle. I mean, it's amazing when you actually look at the different things like an engine and a heart, and you put them side by side and how they function and how they work. I don't know. The world is a pretty fascinating thing, everybody. And if you don't understand that, then you really aren't living. You aren't existing. You aren't being who you're meant to be. You're just standing by, floating through the wind, going, hey, I like that idea. It's pretty funny. So that's what Thrice is all about here on Thrice's Download. If you've missed it, we're changing from Thrice's Download to Thrice's Daily Download. If you're listening to the download, then you've heard this probably 3 or 4 times. But bear with me. I mean, come on. You got people who are listening live, and you gotta sell it for everybody, man. You can't just judge me because you don't want to listen to me repeat myself. Okay, that can get annoying. But I'm serious. I mean, you gotta have fun. You gotta enjoy what you're doing, folks, and that's all I'm doing right now. And if you don't want to listen to me have fun, then that's fine. It's your own judge. I suggest you take some sound clips out of this and just enjoy those. But, you'll have to spend time listening to me even more. So, you can either listen to the whole download, listen to half a download, jump in the middle. I like to do this, by the way. When I find something that I think I'm interested in, and I listen to the intro and I don't really care for it, you know what I do? I skip. And I trust that every moment that I'm attempting to create something, I'm really creating an experience out of all that I'm creating, whether it's an art project, music, programming a phone, or creating a website. No matter what I'm creating, it's really the experience that matters. And being in that experience is what you're looking for. So I challenge you, when you're listening to some blogcasts or podcasts, you're listening to a song, skip forward. And don't just skip randomly. Focus. Be like, I want to hear something. I want to feel this. I want to feel that. And find it. Or YouTube search. Just randomly go through or do that I'm feeling lucky thing on Google and all the different search stuff. You'll be amazed. There are Christians who will tell you to do that for a Bible. And it's the same concept. It's the fact that this thing that exists around us, it is so freaking expansive and magnificent. If you just tried to talk to it, you'd be amazed at what it would say back. But the reality is, there are people who sit there and talk to it all the time and pray at it and say, please do this and hear me for my father, hear me for my grandmother, this so-and-so is sick, let's just pray for her, please bless her, please do this for her. What about listening? What can I do? Hey, you're going to bless her because I know you are this mighty thing that we call God and the Spirit and the all. You're so amazing. Of course you're going to do everything you can to help her if that's what you're supposed to do, if that's what's going to happen. I want to help her. What can I do? I want to help my grandma because she's dying. What can I do to help her? What can I find online that will maybe cure her cancer? Like the cannabis oil I was talking about earlier, which I never really finished that. But I think I talked about it before. But what can I do to find out information to help the person who I love? Or how much time can I spend with them? How much time is available if one of my loved ones or one of my friends are dying? That's something that, I know I have a hard time with. I think we all have a hard time with it. Is you always want to ask. You always want to tell the world what to do. demand that it be the way you want. But the reality is, life doesn't go the way you want because it's not supposed to. It's supposed to go the way you need. It's supposed to happen the way that it's meant to happen to create change. So Thomas Jefferson said, every 500 years a great civilization has to change or else it's going to die from within. Maybe not die from within, but he said it has to change. He said that the youth has to reinvent it. It's an amazing quote. If we don't, and all of you 30 plus, screw that. All you 20 plus, 18 plus, anybody who's an adult, look at those children and start telling them the truth. Tell them about Santa Claus and why we do Christmas. Start talking about the materialism and talk about, where does Christmas really come from? Do you know about the Siberian shamans who wore red robes and who plucked mushrooms and put them in trees that look like Christmas ornaments? And like the trees that we put in our house? Came down in the chimneys and gave the mushrooms, which were medicine and food, to the people, and they traded for coal because coal started fires for these wild men who were out in the wilderness. I mean, it's just it's an amazing thing when we don't study our history and we just believe what we're told because there's a new, shinier, better thing out there. Oh, that's good. Oh, look, the war on this, the war on that. Oh, that's okay. Oh, scare, fear. Oh, but look at this. Oh, and the new iPhone came out today. Oh, ding, 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 Wall Street Journal bell. So ridiculous. Pathetic. Just pathetic. All those people who spend over 30 years of their life slaving away to an economic system that could collapse at any minute. How is that living? How is that even a system that deserves to be alive? Not just the individuals who are living in it to keep it alive, who are wasting their lives, never accomplishing freedom or spiritual oneness with anything, whether it's beer, a God. They don't even really get to appreciate their life. And some of them may enjoy it, and I can't knock them for that. I'm saying all this stuff, and I may not know. And the truth is, I don't know, and I don't want you to think I know. I'm speaking from my perspective. This is a seeker's perspective on what is going on. This isn't a biased opinion telling you need to believe this, you need to believe that. If FEMA's gonna take us down, folks, they're gonna put us in those sarcophaguses. We're gonna all die from Ebola plague. It's gonna zombify our brains. You gotta pay attention to that stuff. And I'm not knocking it. It's good to know that they're creating sarcophaguses to seal people in. They're creating internment camps, basically. It's good to know that those are available and that people have built them. Because that shows you where we're going as a society. That shows you where the wealthy think we're going. And the question is, will you let it get there? As long as there is a breath in your body, you will always have the opportunity to fight back and to cause change. And it's the choice that you make that changes your life or allows you to live in the same cycles that you live in every day. And that's what I'm going to leave you with, folks. I'm going to leave you with the fact that it's your choice. Stop blaming others. Stop judging others. Be patient with everybody, including yourself. Be patient with life, with God, with the devil. Be patient and watch. Slow down and look around you and see what's really going on. What is the game? What is happening? What are the rules? Who are the players? It's like chess. So if you want to learn to play this game of chess, come learn it from a alternate character personality who role model is Stephen Colbert, Daily Show, Jon Stewart. People like System of a Down, Tool, Tech 9, Immortal Technique. Shout out to all these people. Eminem's got a little bit of it. I think he's got a lot of it. He's just been twisted. Dr. Dre is an old cat who just, doing what he has to. Tupac had it. Whether he died or he left, Tupac definitely had it. And he was still, into the money and the bling. It's there. It's in a lot of us. This voice that speaks out and wants you to learn, wants you to open your mind. And I've spent countless nights studying, reading about every single perspective. Because how can you know the truth if the world is created by man at this point? You can say it's created by God and it's all, but that is such a one-sided perspective. Of course it is created by this all-present being, but you are an emanation of that creation. You are a part of that creation. You are a piece of the puzzle who's making choices. And that is called something that I love to say is free will. And that's supposedly what we were given here, folks. Free will to take care of the garden or to destroy the garden. And no matter what we do, guarantee you, you're still going to have to go somewhere where you're learning something else. If you think this game ends, then I got some sad news for you folks. And the more you listen, you'll find out more. The sciences are out there. And that's what we cover here, folks, on Thrice's Download. It used to be Thrice's Daily Download. It is now Thrice's Download. We are going to move out for the night and bring you back on Thursday to really hit. I believe I'm going to go ahead and do the episode of Freemasonry and the history of. I think it's something like that. It's basically going to be about Freemasonry, folks. Might touch a little bit on Rosicrucian. Well, I will have to touch on Rosicrucianism because Freemasonry and Rosicrucian are kind of along the same path of life. We will also go into Illuminati. If you are listening right now, I'm going to tell you, and this is a little tidbit for those who aren't going to hear this, the Illuminati and what I'm going to talk about on Thursday is going to be a little more of something most people don't tell you. I'm not going to sit here and bash the Illuminati and talk about how they're devil worshippers taking over your mind. I'm going to explain to you about what they're taught and what the magic behind it really is and how you have the same power. And that the Illuminati is not something to fear, but it's something to rejoice in because there's more than one organization. There's more than one body, just like the Freemasons. If you didn't know, there's different Freemason organizations. So wake up, people. The world isn't what you're fed through the golden spoon that you think you live with in the Americas. It's a lot different. It's more like a wooden spoon made from the mother tree that you were born in, just like in Avatar. And the moment we start seeing that reality that you can live within the earth, you can live of it, you can play with the internet and physical reality of material devices like phones and computers, but at a more evolved level. And that's what we'll talk about here on Thrice's Download, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you didn't, you ain't got to listen again. But if you do, then understand that I am here to bring change. And I want you to bring change with me. So call in anytime you want when I'm on live. 347-324-3704. Write that down. Put it in your contacts if you're a tech or if you're just an average person who has a cell phone. Put it in your phone. So that way when the time comes, if it's that time of night, 11 p.m., Tuesday or Thursday, and you're available, and that's Central Standard Time, 2300 Central Standard Time. If you're available, call in. Put it in your phone. Call in. And call in, catch up on the show, say, hey, I want to jump in on this conversation. Or just live. You can. Thrice to download it. Thrice. Out.